Hi, Sam Tobert, Sound of Joy Music Services, and we're on to our next video request. I'm determined by, I believe it's Dr. Margaret Duro. I hadn't heard this song in many a years, but the minute I began to hear the opening to it, I says that's old time choir gospel. Key of A flat. Let's get into it. Our opening scales and in reverse. Again, playing the scales is important so that your ears can hear all the chords. Now, this song is in a big band scale format. There we go. Pentatonic big band sound, which means a lot of sixes, so, six chords, diminished chords, and that gospel minor turnaround. So let's break this down in this way. Let's get you comfortable with the pattern that's going to be placed around the choir singing. Now the choir is doing I'm determined, 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 determined. It's the choir voice singing. Determined to, determined to run, determined to run all the way. So that's your choir voicing. But now you're going to be chording around that. And because it's got that big band sound, it's going to be, as I say, the gospel bounce style. Now, don't be surprised if you're not familiar with that style. I've sort of used that style back in the early 80s when I began to hear these songs being introduced. I would hear what the musicians were doing. And when you're a single musician, you had to mimic having a bass player and a drummer if there wasn't one there. So I would bounce. And I got comfortable bouncing like that. Now, of course, I was an organist too, but I did piano for 9 years in a Pentecostal church. So I developed both styles for organ, where my bass foot would become my bass player, but I didn't have one, and I could still bounce with the left and the right hand on songs of this type. So let's give you those chords. Big band chords, your one. Now again, the Nashville system does come into play here. This is the Nashville chord system. And back down. Practicing this number system, the Nashville number system, helps train your hands how to move for the chords I'm going to show you. So when the choir is singing I'm determined, you're right here. And you're working right here. And that walk down and walk it up. Turn it. Turn it around a different way. And you can throw this chord in there. I'm going to hold that chord so you can see how it sounds. And finish it off. So you can imagine doing those chords while the choir is singing, and you could be sort of where they are. I'm sorry, boom, boom, that's the change I left off. And it's just chromatically down. I did that so you can see how the finger placement is where you would do it. A flat, G, G flat, and finish it off with an F7. Right there. approaching it. So that's going to get you through that opening part of the song. Very basic chords in a big band sound. A full 6 chord. Whenever you add the lower notes, everything changes. There we go. Some more big band sounds. When you want to turn around, run to run all the way. Boom, 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 boom. Turns around because you're going to turn around to get to the verse. Same chords. I'm sorry. And it changes to the 4. This is gospel turnaround. Then it just stops. So this is the verse part. To the 4, back to the 1. 1, 3, 6. 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, that it is. 5. A quick 1. 3, same chord. 3, 5, and right back into turn, to run. So many different patterns you can take. When you hear the song going, they have a set pattern, but I always like to give you some alternatives so you don't get so close and you begin to build on your own. So the verse part, stretching out the chords. 6, 2, 1, 3, 4, 2, 6, 2, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 2. I'm looking at the bass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get that gospel turn. So that's now we covered the patterns for the opening choir part, for your lead part, taking you back into the I'll call it your escape from whatever pattern you're in. Now the third part, which is kind of like the vamp. Now this is where you need that bass set in that bottom. Now I'm going to, again, the scales come on like this for you. Chromatic, first your scales, put your chromatic chords. Now, if you don't have a bass player, your left hand is going to have to mimic that part of the song, or you can bounce. So whichever way you want to get there. Bum, 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 bum. Bass, playing the bass parts of my left hand or with my foot pedal when I was on the organ was always so much fun because I always kept it lively. No matter which direction I wanted to go, my chords would follow wherever that bass. So I've just developed a practice pattern of letting the bass player, or my bass hand rather, haven't had to do bass hand for a long time, but to show you that it's all built on getting comfortable playing scales in your left hand to where you can think like a bass player. But enough of that. So you're getting your eye determined. So let me go back to the video. You won't hear it, but I want to make sure I give you the right sequence of chordings because we're just about done. Be right back. All right, so just that's the sequence for the vamp part of the song. Following behind that bass. I almost started doing boom, 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 boom. Almost start, but keep it like this. Boom, 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 boom. All right, this should get you right through the song. Of course, I'm going to post a link to the video in the description that you can practice these chords with. On to the next one. Please, if you like these videos, please subscribe. If you haven't a subscriber yet, invite all your friends to subscribe to this channel, because as a subscriber, I do answer viewer requests from subscribers. Sometimes somebody else might just sneak in there. I'm hoping that they do subscribe so you can keep up with all the new videos that come in. And we still have another series planned for the month of April. It's still up here. I've got it written out already. I just haven't implemented it yet because I want to be able to meet the needs of those who support this channel with your views. So like the video, give me a nice thumbs up, and leave your comments because that pushes me up in the YouTube algorithm. And I will see you on the next viewer request.